Welcome to Made in Arizona. I'm Christina Carilla, and today we're showcasing some of our favorite businesses from around the state. This Phoenix shop specializes in handcrafted hats. Take a look.
I'm Landon Mondragon. I'm the creator of Lost River Hats here in Phoenix, Arizona. So we're in a studio that I built here in downtown Phoenix. I create hats from start to finish using felts, basically made out of two different kinds of material that I take into pieces such as what I'm wearing here on my head. I've been wearing hats for about 10 to 15 years. I've always been a very hands-on person. And what I did is I basically went to YouTube University and started watching videos on how to make these. And like I mentioned, I'm a hands-on person, so I just started creating them. Well, I take a hat, I get either it's a rabbit or a beaver felt, and I basically use steam and heat, and I stretch it over a block, which is typically made out of wood. And then there's a bunch of processes after that which require pouncing it, which is sanding it. That's the term we use. And from there we can start dressing it, adding our sweatbands in, and really getting it to a point of where the client wants to see it. My process is going to start with a raw felt, and we're going to steam it and use heat to stretch it over a block, which then it has to dry for a roughly about 24 hours time over the block, so it can start the first process. From there, I sand it, and then after that, we're going to initiate a flame to it, which is a really fun process to see. And then that's where I get to actually install a sweatband that I hand sew in. And then we'll dress it after that using different kinds of ribbons and embellishments that I have. So final stages are going to be the dressing process, and that's one of the most important because that's what everybody's going to be seeing. It's not the interior that they're going to be seeing unless it's off. So the final stages are the most important because you have, maybe somebody wanted to bring in something special from a grandparent or a relative. So I have to find a way to really incorporate that with also using my creativity and not getting away from what got me started in this. The best part about what I do is I can't really create the same hat twice because I buy mainly all vintage materials, including my ribbons. So I have very low stock on certain quantities. So it makes for a very unique piece for somebody to wear. You go to a store and you see 12 of the same hat in different sizes. Mine isn't that process. You have one, it's basically one of one.
Next up, want to make your own custom necklaces and bracelets? Check out this shop in Tempe.
Hi, I'm Jenny Rodriguez. I am the owner and designer here at Pure Life Handcrafted Jewelry in Tempe. At Pure Life Jewelry, we are a completely fully operational jewelry studio in Tempe, Arizona, right across the street from Tempe Marketplace. So not only do we have our own line of jewelry that we create here in-house, but we also fully customize jewelry. So whether that be engagement rings, wedding bands, or an anniversary gift that you want to get made, we can do that here for you. And we also just started permanent jewelry recently. Probably about 2 years ago we started doing that, which is really great. There we go. So permanent jewelry is a claspless bracelet, anklet, or necklace. So we actually have a little machine here where we solder shut the jump ring and you don't take it off. So it's the new age friendship bracelet, I guess you could say. We just moved into a new studio here in Tempe. So we went from 650 square feet to 1,400 square feet where we can host events, parties, and all different types of things. It's become extremely popular, and you can add charms, customize the little charms as well, stamp them, things like that. One of the main things that we get a lot of people, one has started to become the permanent jewelry. That's been like our main thing, but we also get a lot of people who come in for stacking rings. So that's one of our big things that we sell when we do markets or when people come in here. You can do a full stack, so mix and match different types of things and kind of customize it to your style. We actually have a ton of stones here in the studio. that you can actually choose from, and then we sit there and we build a really cool design together, and that's one of my favorite parts, honestly. As far as the workshops go, we do a lot of ring making classes. Usually they are structured where you can take the piece home with you that same day, which is really fun because usually at the end of a workshop, you're like, I want to see it all done. I was born and raised here in Arizona, and honestly, as I got older, I just truly loved it. I love the artisan community here, all the markets and stuff. Everyone's like super, it feels like home. For many years, many people told me that I was like crazy for, trying to kind of follow my dream, because I started out of my laundry room at my house. I had a studio at my house, and it just, as I grew and grew, I kind of like invested more in my business, and it's just cool to see that growth actually happen, and pay off. You can do it, it's a lot of work, but you'll get there.
And now, this family-owned cannabis dispensary has a one-of-a-kind shopping experience.
Hi, I'm Marie, owner of Green Pharms Dispensaries. We've been around since 2013. We actually have our 2 dispensaries right now and our grow facility. Between all that, we employ about 150 people, and all the flower that we carry is grown here in Arizona, packaged here in Arizona, tested here in Arizona, and everything you see here is Arizona, just like me. Our new design is grab and go style. Imagine a supermarket for cannabis. Normally, you're not allowed to grab product yourself. It's always a bud tender, it's always behind a bud tender. Here, that's completely different. You actually just walk in, grab a shopping cart, and you shop yourself, touch, look at everything. Like, you could pick up 2 different items and look at the ingredients and see which one works best for you. In a typical dispensary, you're not able to do that. You have to take the bud tender's word. Here, you figure it out yourself and you pick what suits you best. People love it. They just can't believe that they could actually just walk around by themselves and check out product and grab whatever they want without any help. I think it helps normalize cannabis, and it makes it a regular shopping experience. We actually still do deli style. What that means is that you're able to go to the deli style counter. We have an array of jars of different strains of cannabis.
People will also ask to smell the strain as well, so we usually do this, put the little filter on top, and then you kind of just sniff that.
You're able to actually look up close what you're actually going to be receiving, and from there you choose, and the bud tender will package it for you.
So with the gram, typically just get a couple of the small guys here.
Arizona's my home. Arizona is where I raised my children and where I plan on being forever, and I think this is a place that needs this type of store, this kind of dispensary. So what's new with Green Pharms is actually our 3rd location. It's going to be on the West Valley, so we'll be able to service patients out there, which is really exciting, so they can see the great quality that we carry, and they get the best greens at Green Pharms.
And lastly, a local business with a natural, holistic approach to healing and wellness.
Welcome to Kaya Holistic. We are talking about botanical wellness, especially with the winter season coming up. We're focused on a few products that we carry that can help boost your immune system. Hi, I'm Kathleen Mitchell, founder of Kaya Holistic. I've always been a fan of herbal healing and wellness. I've studied aromatherapy, herbalism, also very interested in energy healing. It opened in May of 2019, so we're in our 6th year, and I opened it as a way to serve the community. I saw a need for this kind of store that didn't exist, and it's basically all of my passions coming together under one roof. Botanical wellness is relying on the plants to help the body heal itself. So instead of maybe focused on pharmaceutical prescription drugs, you focus on different tools to help your body maintain balance or improve function. We have a variety of plants, whether it's tonics, tinctures, powders, different herbs to do that. A lot of education as well as the products. We have our own CBD line, so that is custom formulated small batch products. We have topicals, tinctures, and gummies. Those are great for stress and anxiety, sleep, inflammation. And then we recently introduced the apothecary, so we now have botanical body oils and we have herbal teas. We also have this elderberry kit that people can make their own elderberry syrup at home. This is great to boost immunity. You take a tablespoon a day to help keep yourself healthy. We took the contents that are in here, which include elderberries, echinacea, rose hips, ginger, star anise, cloves, and orange peel. And we boiled those, and we'll be pouring those into this container. It's a pretty simple recipe. You'll see here we have a lot of the herbs that were once dry. They've made a beautiful syrup. And we're gonna press those down in here to make sure we get all the goodness from the plant. Once you've strained your syrup, you add the honey. And the honey is a great preservative. The last step is the apple cider vinegar. This has a lot of benefits for digestive health and immunity as well. We'll pour in our syrup straight into the amber jar. It makes it nice and easy. We are good to go. It's a good preventative, 1 tablespoon a day. You can buy any of these herbs on this wall, 50 plus herbs where you can make your own teas, you can use them in baths, you can make your own topicals, your tinctures, so depending on your level of familiarity with the different herbs. The overarching goal of this store is to bring back ritual to everyday living. So being intentional and mindful when you're making your cup of coffee, when you're shopping at the grocery store, when you're taking a bath, when you're making dinner. It can be everything from nutrition to taking that space to meditate to, building community. Holistic living really is mind, body, and spirit.
For more Made in Arizona stories, just scan the QR code on your screen, and if you have a business or know a product made in Arizona, let us know. We'd love to share your story as well. You can email us at madeinarizona@fox.com.